Hey there, Corporate Misfits. Welcome to episode 65 of the Corporate Misfit podcast. I'm your host, Brittany Darrington, founder of the Corporate Misfit Club and business strategist for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start, launch, and grow their business. On today's Monday Motivation and Mindset episode, we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary in the Corporate Misfit Club. The Corporate Misfit Club is an online business membership community for women entrepreneurs who are looking to leave the 9-to-5 to start their own business. It has been an incredible year, and I am so grateful for all of the amazing women that I get to work with to help them build their business. I will tell you, I have seen it all, so many different industries, different backgrounds, and whatnot, and it is amazing to see women go after their dreams and make it happen. So today I want to do something a little different. Today I want to share my top 5 tips to launching a wildly successful business. I share a lot of these tips within the Corporate Misfit Club, and also I've been able to share these tips with more than 3,000 women that I have been able to connect with and chat with, whether that be on stage in our business community, helping them to get started on their entrepreneurial journey. So let's go ahead and dive right in and hear my top 5 tips to launching a wildly successful business.
You're listening to the Corporate Misfit Podcast with Brittany Darrington, where female entrepreneurs can get powerful tips and advice on how to start, launch, and grow their business.
So one of the questions I get asked the most, having founded 4 profitable startups, is what is the most important factor in building and launching a startup? What's the most important thing to focus on? So I decided to share my top things today. There's no particular order, but I wanted to share this with you if you are looking to start a business, or if you're looking to launch a business, or maybe you've started, but you're not seeing the results or actually seeing that traction that you want. So I really wanted to dive in today to really share my top tips so that you can either start implementing them or look into them and consider them for your future business. So the first thing that I definitely recommend is to create a product or a service that solves a problem. As long as consumers have a problem, they will always search for a solution. So people will always look for a better, a faster, or even a smarter way to accomplish everyday tasks. And fortunately for entrepreneurs, there are still lots of room for improvements for existing products. With that being said, one of the biggest issues for most founders is finding these pain points and being able to solve those pain points and create a solution for their audience. So to solve a problem, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to come up with the next big thing from scratch. But what you can do is you can improve or solve a pain point in a different way. So I have seen people come up with things and just make it slightly different. So I look at GoPro, for example. GoPro is not coming up with like a new camera, but what they did was they created a camera that was really perfect for the outdoors and adventures and going on the go versus your regular big bulky camera that might not be able to get wet, that might not be able to go on all the adventures. And so they created a need for the audience who wanted to document their adventures. And so that was really cool of what GoPro did. And they have grown to be such a massive company by just reinventing the wheel. The second thing that I definitely recommend you do if you're looking to launch a business or if you are looking to grow your business is build an audience before you launch. I see so many people who don't want to talk about their products or services or even give hints about what they're looking to do because they're afraid that they're going to get knocked off, or they're afraid that they're not going to look so professional if they're not fully ready, or if they don't have the website ready to present. And what usually happens is that then when it is time to launch, they're launching to crickets. No one is there. They have no one to talk to, and they did not build the tribe. So ultimately, you're now launching to crickets. So building an audience before you launch is something that I have done for every one of my companies. And it's also something that I recommend for every aspiring entrepreneur that I chat with. Building your email list and building your tribe will help you to be able to present your product or service when it is time to launch. There's this big misconception that people think that if you launch a product or service, then you automatically are going to have success or you're going to automatically get that traffic. And I want you to know that the build it and they will come method is not true. I don't know too many companies that have done a build it and they will come. They have usually had to do some sort of advertising, marketing, and building that tribe so that people do know about their products and services and actually can buy from them. So don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into the trap of launching to crickets, and you'll find yourself being frustrated and upset when you don't see the results that you want. So really focus heavily on building your audience even before you launch. Here are some ways that you can build your audience before you launch your business. Find out who your target market is and where they're hanging out, and start showing up there and start listening to their problems and identifying ways to solve their problems with your product or service. Get active on social media. Whether it's building your personal brand or getting active with your business brand, just start putting yourself out there. Start thinking of the different categories that your business is going to cover and start touching on them, whether that be just giving some tips or starting to showcase that something is coming soon. Just get out there so that you can create the visibility so then when it is time to launch, people know you exist. Also, do some pre-launch Facebook ads. If you have the budget to invest in ads, I always recommend that you start creating some pre-launch Facebook ads so that you can get people to your email list or get people to buy pre-sale and get excited about what's to come. Also, you can do early bird giveaways. So say if you have an MVP product and you're not necessarily ready to launch your full line, but you have a prototype that you can launch and share with the world, do some fun giveaways. Get people excited. Start to collect those emails. Start to build the tribe and the buzz. Also, you can do some freebie giveaways. So if you have products and you're ready to get them going, but you're not fully ready to launch your business, start doing some giveaways in advance so people can get excited for when it's time to launch. The third thing I recommend is to start collecting emails ASAP. I never thought much about the importance of building an email list until it came time to launching my first business. So I posted on Twitter, I posted on Facebook, on Instagram, and this is exactly what happened. Crickets. It was silent. No one came. No one purchased. And I thought to myself, how are people having these 5-figure, 6-figure, or 7-figure launch? What are they doing? What are they doing in their launches? And how did they get there? Well, I started to identify from what I just told you in the previous step and tip is that you want to make sure that you are building your audience before you launch. So I did not build an audience before I launched. Instead, I kept my whole business launch a secret. I didn't tell anyone but people who were like extremely close to me. And ultimately, when I hit the open for business, no one came. No one was excited because I did not create buzz. I did not get traction or anything else. So the next time I launched a business, I decided to build my tribe before launching. I put myself out there. I got onto the news. I got into different magazine outlets. I started collecting emails and telling people that something amazing is about to come. I was able to get around 500 emails before I even launched my business. And also, I was doing giveaways like crazy. So we would make a few samples and we would give away that actual product and collect emails during the giveaway time. So find ways to really build your audience and collect those emails. So then when it is time to launch your business, you're not launching to crickets or just hoping that social media will do some magic tricks and get your audience to you. So think about that and really take into consideration building an email list before you launch your business. Now, the next thing I would do is I would focus heavily on building relationships and collabing. So what usually happens when we are starting a business is that we don't necessarily have the visibility or the platform to really get our product or service out there. So one of the things that I have found that has worked really well for me for every launch that I've done is I find people who already have a platform and already have the ideal audience that I want to connect with. And maybe they are doing something slightly different to where we're not in competition with each other, but we actually can complement each other. I find ways to partner with them. Maybe I do a giveaway on their platform. Maybe I get on their podcast and talk about what's to come. Maybe I get on their YouTube channel, or maybe I reach out to be in their blogs. Whatever it is, I find ways to build relationships and ultimately collaborate with other people who might already have the audience that I am looking to connect with. So when people are hearing about you and they're learning about you through someone else's platform that they already like and trust, it makes it easy for you to build that like and trust factor so that people ultimately buy from you. So find people that you can connect with, find people you could do giveaways with, find people who already have a platform that you can show up on and share more about what's to come in your business. Now, the last tip I have for you is just start. Launch small and then focus on scaling. One of the things I see so many new entrepreneurs do is that they have this go big or go home mentality. And that's what I had when I first started my business. I invested so much money and I plugged everything that I had into building my first business, and it flopped within 5 months. It didn't generate a dollar, and ultimately I was left in the negative because I could not get my business off the ground until I finally shut the doors. So one of the things I always tell people, and this is through experience and also what I have seen other entrepreneurs who are really successful at what they're doing, is that they don't focus on necessarily scaling right away. They focus on launching small and then they move their focus to scaling. So launching small means kind of finding ways to create a minimal viable product. And that is where you are going to create the product, but it might not be your final end product that you eventually launch and scale. So you just get something going so that you can start getting feedback from your audience. I know when it comes to courses, you can create beta testing courses or beta testing memberships or beta testing masterminds, whatever it may be. You can do some beta testing and you can have people come into your community. They could either buy in at a low price and see what it's all about, test it out, give you some reviews, give you feedback, and ultimately help you to improve before you go out and launch the full thing. Same thing with products. I used to give away my product or give my product away at 50% of the cost so that I can get that feedback. I can learn what I need to improve on or adjust or change so that ultimately when it's time for me to launch this product full out before I go and buy tons of inventory or spend tons of hours creating my service, that it is in a good place and I have had the opportunity to receive feedback and also improve if need be. So I recommend don't worry about launching big and getting so much inventory or spending hours and hours and months on trying to create the perfect service. I say get it out there. Even if it's small, even if it's not fully ready, get it out there, get it in front of a few people, do some beta testing, group testing, or create a MVP so that you can get the feedback and improve where you might need to. So then when you're ready to launch and scale, you have already worked out the kinks prior to. So that's my piece of advice. So I hope that today's tips help you to launch a wildly successful business. They have truly helped me and all of the amazing women that I have been able to connect with and help within their business journey. So I know that you can adopt them and tweak them and change them to fit your business and your life. All right, corporate misfits. Well, again, I am so excited about this upcoming year for the Corporate Misfit Club. We have been in the process of making some awesome changes that I know are going to truly help women go from the 9 to 5 to actually knowing what they need to do in order to start their business or side business or just generate some extra money within their life. So it is going to walk you through each step from the beginning all the way to getting you to a place to where you can run your business confidently and you can go into the entrepreneurial world not worrying about, "Oh, what if I fail? Or what if I don't know how to do this? Or what if I don't have the support, the guidance, the money? What do I do when it comes to taxes? How do I go about accounting? How do I go about legal entity?" All of that stuff, we cover it so that you don't have to be confused. So if you are interested in joining the Corporate Misfit Club, I want to give you a very special offer. And this offer will not be long because it is our anniversary offer. So if you're listening to this a year from now, I'm sorry. But for the people who are listening to this week and even next week, we are offering a 1-week $1 trial so you can come try out the Corporate Misfit Club, see if you like it, see if it's something that can help you make that transition from the corporate world to getting your business to a place to where you can start to go into your business full time and build that life that you want. Come check it out. I would love to have you. And all you have to do is type in the code BDAY because it's our Corporate Misfit Club BDAY. So go ahead and check it out. Also, stay tuned for some of our upcoming episodes this week. I'm so excited about our upcoming features. On our Wednesday strategy session, we are chatting with Chloe from Heart Media, and she's going to be sharing with us how to master social media within our business, also within our personal brand. And on Friday, we are chatting with Relique on our Friday feature, who's going to be sharing with us how she designed her dream life and built her business. Okay, I can't wait. Stay tuned and have a wonderful week.
If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Corporate Misfit Podcast, we invite you to check out the Corporate Misfit Club. The Corporate Misfit Club is the essential resource for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start or grow a business they actually love. Whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur in your startup phase or simply thinking about taking the leap into entrepreneurship, we've got your back, girl. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive members-only discount perks, and unlimited tools. We also have a supportive community of women where our members share stories, experiences, their wins, and business tips. The Corporate Misfit Club is the perfect place to be to start, launch, or grow a business. So check it out at corporatemisfitclub.com.